What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Price Man, aka Price Dynasty. Now this time, I'm gonna give you a reaction video to one of my favorite playoff games of all time. Jets taking on the Colts. It was a home playoff game for the Jets, and this is the only time that Peyton Manning has been shut out in his career. So let's begin the video.
Met the Colts in the postseason for the first time since Joe Willie Namath guaranteed and delivered a Super Bowl III win way back in the day. Right now we got some close friends, Herm and Tony Dungy, best friends, former mentor and mentee. And Chad Pennington looked up to Peyton Manning when he grew up in Tennessee. First quarter, Pennington fakes one play to Richie Anderson. Peace. 56 yards. Longest pass play for the Jets this year. Longest scoring play for the Jets in the postseason in franchise history.
Richie Anderson.
TJ Breaker 1-9. We got a convoy here.
Still, we're going to take another
But
look,
unfortunately, this is his last season with the Jets. He went to the Cowgirls to reunite with Bill Parcells after this.
They didn't have to block anybody. Wayne Corbett was going to get one down the field, but those three guys could have fell down. And Richie Anderson's still going to get into the end zone.
Next Colts possession, Manning getting his hook on with the guy who had a record 143 catches. Marvin Harrison for 15, liked it so much, decided to get his vibe on with him again. But still, Marv on the day, only 4 catches, 47 yards. That sets up Mike Vanderjagt. 42-yard field goal.
And shout out to Marvin Harrison from the Syracuse University. Let's continue.
That's a yank, pull, dead yank off the tee. Next Jets possession, Pennington. Buttery smooth to Santana Moss. Moss, 5 catches, 42 yards. TJ, Pennington admits he doesn't have the strongest arm.
But he has beautiful touch. You saw that throw right there. He's going to go right over the top of the defense. Look at the linebackers. He drops it into Wayne Corbett and allows his receivers yards after catch.
So John Hall, from almost the same point that Vanderjagt missed, Hall was like an easy 8-iron. 10-zip Jets. On the ensuing kickoff, Troy Walters, who bobbled the opening kickoff, almost fumbled the opening kickoff, succeeds in fumbling this one. Ray Mickens recovers on the Colt 39. That sets up Lamont Jordan. Half-zone player, 1 yard. Touchdown. Jordan, 102 yards, 89 in the second half. TJ, more on that play from you later. More on the Colts' confusion now.
You have to have some balance offensively. The Colts were unable to run the football here. Josh Evans going to take advantage of that. Force the third down incompletion. Then Edgerrin James on 3rd down and 1. Second quarter, important down. Stuff.
Come on, Edge. Supposed to be better than that.
Colts held to 64 total yards in the first half.
Ouch. 134 left, 17-zip Jets. Curtis Martin, 8 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Kid has 11 tough yards, 15 carries, 67 yards on the day. That set up Pennington off the meter to Santana Moss. 7 touchdown passes for Chad the last 2 weeks. Santana Moss textbook.
Yeah, you take a look at the catch, then you freeze your feet in bounds. This is textbook, Stu. There to catch, he's got it. With his hands, he freezes his feet. We're going to take one more look. Walt Harris is the corner. Jason Dorian is the safety. Walt Harris leaves his man on an outside release. Tremendous hit on Anthony
He
Beck
did
right at the
deplete
line
that
of
man.
scrimmage, but Moss has the ball at the back of the end zone.
Yeah, great hit, but you let the guy score. Final play of the first half, Manning looking for the Hail Mary, forced to scramble. Peyton scrambling is not what the Colts want, is it? I mean, he's our man, but he looks like Mo and Curly back there. Only sack of the day for the Jets, but it was huge. Second half kickoff, Chad Morton. Remember, kid took 2 kickoffs back in week 1. Peace. Y'all ain't gonna let him go, are you? He doesn't go all the way, but he gets to the 19-yard line.
Would have been nice.
Set up a field goal, 27-zip Jets. Later in the third, Pennington to Corbett, sack. So smooth. Chad, 19 of 25, 222 yards. 3 plays later, Pennington to Moss. He completed those 19 passes to 9 different receivers. TJ looked almost effortless.
You watch him throw the football, and this pass to Chris Baker for a 3-yard touchdown, almost an exact duplicate of the one he threw to Santana Moss, and certainly Chris Baker just as open.
That made it 34-0 Jets. Fourth quarter, Manning pumps, throws down the sideline, and Damian Robinson has it. One probably plays for the other team, and Kyle Turley does not play for the Colts. Manning 14 of 31, 137 yards, 2 interceptions, another embrace by the friends, but the mentee beats them.
All right, so I'll stop it right there. You may have noticed he mentioned Kyle Turley. So, for those of you who don't know, Kyle Turley played for the Saints, and he was an offensive. I believe he was an offensive lineman. But anyway, what happened in 2001? So the previous season, Jets Saints. and the Jets won that game, but Kyle Turley ended up throwing Damian Robinson's helmet. Like he grabbed, there was like a scuffle, grabbed Damian Robinson's helmet and just threw it up in the stands basically. And so yeah, I wonder if I could find a clip of that. But yeah, basically took Damian Robinson's helmet, just threw it up in the air after a little skirmish. Jets still won the game, but that was a that was a very cool clip back in the day. Not sure if the internet has to have archives on it, but hopefully they do. I'd like to see that again. But anyway, this game was great. It's still the last home playoff game the Jets have had since they haven't won the division since. It's extremely hard to get a home playoff game unless you win the division. I'm trying to think, can any wild card? I think maybe now a wild card can host a playoff game, but usually you have to win the division in order to do so. The Colts did actually have a better record than the Jets in the regular season. I think the Colts were like 11-5, 11-5, maybe 12-4. There's one of the two, and the Jets were 9-7, but they won their division while I believe Tennessee. Yeah, I think it was the Titans that won the AFC South this year. And so that's why the Colts had to go travel to the Meadowlands to take on the Jets rather than host the Jets at the, I think at that time it was the RCA Dome. But anywho, yeah, it's a great game. I'll never forget this one. And until next time.